you are free to do the application, and understand that you may not need anybody to do your application for you. If you want to study in Sweden, you do not need anybody like an agent, right? All you need to do is to pay attention to all the things I'm going to mention here. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining today. If you are new here, guys, please subscribe below. There is a subscribe button here. Please subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that when I post the next video, you would be the first to watch. Thank you so much for coming. Today's video, I'm going to talk about how to study in Sweden. I will equally talk about the documents, the processes. That is to say, I would equally talk about the requirements. I will talk about the tuition fee. I will talk about the courses and how to create accounts. And of course, I will talk about some dates that you need to put into consideration. Guys, if you are new here, like I said, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can grow the platform together. Now, if you intend to apply to a school in Sweden, I am here today to tell you that you are free to do the application, and understand that you may not need anybody to do your application for you. If you want to study in Sweden, you do not need anybody like an agent. You do not need anybody, all right? All you need to do is to pay attention to all the things I'm going to mention here. Then you go to the necessary websites, click them, and start the application process. Now, how do you do the application process for Sweden? Well, there is a central platform put in place by the Swedish government where all the schools, all right, let is to say, they coordinate all the schools and put into this platform, and international students, Swedish students, and other students from all over the world, they go to this platform, create accounts, then they start filling their application. So in this platform, you can basically choose courses in this platform. And if you are going to be applying for a school in Sweden, let's say you are going for a bachelor's program, you have a maximum of 8 courses or 8 programs to apply for. If you are going for masters, you have a maximum of 4 to apply for. So you can apply for 8 different programs or 4 different programs, and you will be selected just for one, and the other ones will be discarded. All right, so this is how it goes. But first, how do you go about this? You have to create an account. Where do you create the account? You have to create the account on a platform called universityadmissions.se. all right, I'm going to put the link in the video description box, but remember, for you to successfully navigate here, you need to watch this video till the very end so that you understand what it means. Now, like I said, you have to choose 8 programs if you are going for bachelor's degree, and 4 if you are going for masters. And remember, in Sweden, there is an application fee of 900 Swedish krona, which is equivalent to 100. Is it closer to like 100 euros? You need to pay attention to this, and you can do the payment of the application fee via a credit card, debit card, or a MasterCard, all right, whichever card. Now, understand that you have to create an account on this portal. Like I said, creating the accounts means you just need to put in your details, own a password and an email, all right, or maybe a username, so that anytime you want to log into this portal, you can log in and change anything you want. Now, remember that in this particular platform, you are going to see a lot of courses. Let me now talk about the courses first. You are going to see programs that has just 7.5 ECTS credit unit. You are going to find programs that has 15 credit units. You are going to find programs with 30 ECTS. You are going to find programs with 60 ECTS and 90, 120, and 180 ECTS respectively. Now, which are the ones you are going to take as an international student who intend to immigrate to Sweden or migrate to Sweden? Remember, for you to apply for a program in Sweden or for you to study, you need to apply first, get admissions, then you apply for visa. So the programs that will give you a study visa to Sweden are programs that have 60 ECTS credit unit, 120, 180 ECTS. That's 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years. All right, these are the programs. And also remember that these other programs with 7 and 15 I didn't mention, because most of them are for Swedish nationals, and most of them are going to be done for maybe 3 months or 2 months or 3 months or maximum 5 months. All right, and most of these courses that you are going to find on universityadmissions.se, I want to tell you that they are very expensive. Sweden is very expensive. So if you are going to be applying to a school in Sweden, you should first of all all, consider your budget. Consider your budget, guys. Budget planning is very important if you must study in Sweden. And remember, for Sweden, when you get admissions, you have to equally apply for a visa, and you do not need a blocked account. You need to show the money in your savings accounts or in your deposit account. It must be your account. Please pay attention to this. Now, I have talked about the courses. Let's talk about the semester. There are 2 seasons. Let me talk about this before I go to the requirement. If you are applying to study in Sweden, you should remember that they have an intake in January. That's lectures begins in January, and this is the spring intake. And the admission season, which is open right now, I'm talking about, you can apply for admissions to study in Sweden now, is the January intake, which is the spring intake. Admissions was open on the 1st of June. I'm still going to talk about the dates for you to put into consideration. Now, the requirements to study in Sweden. If you are going for bachelor's degree, you need your YX certificate, your O levels and advanced level. You need your HND, all right, and you equally need your application fee. An international passport must be readily available, all right, and you equally need what is called a CV in case you are asked to submit. Most schools in Sweden, remember, you are using a central platform to apply for these schools or these programs in Sweden. So on this platform, you have the chance to select 8 different programs depending on your qualifications. Right now, when you are doing the selection, you have the chance to decide on which course to put first. There is something called ranking. All right, you are going to rank your courses according to the most preferred course that you want to study in Sweden. That is how you have to do it. All right, so you put the first one that you want at the top, followed by the second one. In case you are not selected for the first, they would now take you for the second course. So this is how it is in Sweden. Then again, the requirements, like I already explained, your CV must be there. English proficiency. Some courses will ask you for English proficiency. The reason why I say, I'm recommending universityadmissions.se is because you are able to see courses that are open, you are able to see courses that are closed, and you are able to see a variety and multiple universities. All right, so it is a central platform. That's why you have to pay an application fee for them to evaluate and assess your application depending on which school you are using. Do not forget that when you are selected, you have to pay tuition deposit, and it usually from millions. So please make sure when you are applying for a course, you are going to see the first deposit you will make in case you are accepted to the program. Requirements for master's degree students, those who are going for masters, you now, in addition to those I mentioned for bachelor's degree seekers, you now have to increase your requirements with your bachelor's degree transcript and the certificate. All right, because you have gone far. In cases they will ask you for motivation letters. In other cases they will ask you for an English proficiency. Some schools will basically tell you that, or let me say, when you upload your documents, remember you create the profile and uploaded your certificates already. Now it's time for you to choose your courses and rank them. Most of the time, university admissions will give you an email and tell you to go to your university and tell them to email your transcript to them directly. You must pay attention to this and make sure you are using an email that you can have access to it all the time, because most of the time you may not know except you receive an email, or maybe you have to log in into your portal to verify. Please, it is very, very important. Then for those who want to do PhD, you can check on the course website. I do not think that they have PhD, but you have the chance to go back to the university's website to verify which courses are open for PhD. So it is very simple like that. Now we talked about the requirements. Let's go to the tuition fee. I already talked about the application fee, which is 900 Swedish krona. And remember, when you gain admissions, you have to pay a deposit. And when you are looking at courses, like I said, they hire the ECTS, they hire the years, and of course they hire the tuition fee. Okay, so you have to put this into consideration before applying to Swedish universities. Now we have talked about the schools, we've talked about the courses, we've talked about everything. Let's go now to the dates. There are various dates. All right, if you are applying using universityadmissions.se, understand that the dates varies. There is a date when the admissions is going to start. There is a date to do everything. Now I'm going to give you the dates, and looking at my jotter, after the admissions open on 1st of June, like I am talking to you right now, immediately you watch this video, go and apply to programs in Sweden if you have the money to study in Sweden, because like I said, Sweden will need you to pay first tuition deposit before you proceed. to visa application. All right, put this into consideration. Now on the 15th of August, after you apply from the application is going to open on the 1st of June, and on the 15th of August, that is the last date you have to apply for a program in any of those Swedish universities. Remember, when you create the account, you have to then put in your details, then upload your documents, right? Then after that, when you finish, you pay your application fee, you submit, and you wait for further instructions. Now from the 15th of August, you must have paid the application fee. That's the last date, not the application fee, the last date to apply. All right, then on the 1st of September is the last day to pay the application fee. Like I said, you can pay using a credit card or a MasterCard or Visa card or anyone. Then the 1st of September as well this year is the last date for you to submit any document that you were asked to submit by maybe universityadmissions.se or maybe Swedish officials or whichsoever body that is in charge. I will not advise you to go and apply for a program directly from the university site, because when you are using the university's website to apply for a program, because Swedish universities don't take too many students, they might take maximum 15 or 20 in a class. Now what happens if you go directly to the university site, just one university, and you are applying there, right? And maybe they needed just 20 people and you are the 25th person, and maybe your requirements are not up to standard. They will now pick the students and drop you, right? But if you had applied through universityadmissions.se, they will drop you from there, but you still have other chance of or another chance to enter into another different program or same program in a different school in Sweden, right? Yes, so this is the advantage of you using universityadmissions.se. Please put that into consideration. Then again, from the 19th of October 2023, you have to get your results. Results will be available for those who have been selected. If you have been admitted, you will get notification to check your results and of course see that. Then if you are a master's student, all right, that is when you have to check 19th of October before 12 p.m. That is the date, that the 19th of October, that's when the results will be out. Then for bachelor's degree students, those applying for bachelor's, you have to check your results on the 5th of October, and avoid applying for the second phase. Apply for the first phase of application right now, right? On the 5th of October, bachelor students will know their results, then will proceed. Remember, when you know your results, you have to proceed and say, yes, I accept the offer. Then they will now give you instructions on how to pay your first tuition deposit. Please remember, I said if you want to study in Sweden, know that you have to make a first deposit of at least 2 million upwards, depending on the currency. Cameroonians 2 million CFA francs is, you have to make a deposit. Put this into consideration. And after you make the deposit, results will be out October. You make the deposit, they confirm your position. Now you move to the visa application stage, where you are going to look for all other documents, your bank statement, your medical certificate, and of course your educational credentials, your passport, and all the rest. Please, you have to pay attention to this. It is very, very important, and this is how studies in Sweden looks like. It is not really a complicated process. If you want to read, you will read and you will do these things yourself. Otherwise, then you have to get the services of an individual who can do it for you. Proper, make sure you get someone that you can trust, because there are a lot of people out there. I don't want to mention it here. So please, you have to start by creating an account. Admissions is open already, all right? So you can create an account and proceed from there. I hope this is going to help you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you. Please like the video and subscribe before you leave. Till we meet again in another one. Peace out.